Well, North Carolina is one of 15 states where voters will head to the polls to cast their primary ballots tomorrow. It is crucial for the candidates because it's the one day the most states vote at once, which means the delegates are up for grabs in in the race for their party's nomination.
Well, President Biden expected to be an easy lock for the Democratic nomination because he's the incumbent. However, tomorrow could decide the future nominee for Republicans. 874 delegates available. It's about 36% of the total. Both Republican candidates, former President Trump and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, were in North Carolina on Saturday. Former President Trump held a rally at the Greensboro Coliseum. A big target of his speech, the southern border, the number of migrants crossing into our country illegally. Both Trump and President Biden visited the border last week. President Biden's been pushing Congress to pass a bipartisan border bill, which stalled last month after Trump voiced his opposition to it. And he continued to target the bill on Saturday.
At the same time Trump was in Greensboro, Nikki Haley was holding a rally in Raleigh. She was also in Charlotte on Friday. Despite being far behind in the delegate count compared to Trump, Haley says she is not giving up. She committed to staying in the race through Super Tuesday. Haley unveiled some pretty big endorsement, too, from senators from Alaska and Maine over the weekend, and she won her first primary, the District of Columbia. Still, she hasn't won a state primary yet, so it will be an uphill battle for her to win the nomination.
Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris in Durham on Friday, highlighting the Biden administration's economic policies. She visited an area known as Black Wall Street to announce a new effort to help women and minority entrepreneurs. $32 million federal dollars coming to North Carolina to support those small businesses, along with $60 million in private investments. That money will go to venture capital firms to invest in tech startups.
If you're heading to the polls to cast your ballot tomorrow, remember, you will need a photo ID. You will be given the ballot for whatever party you're registered for. And if you're unaffiliated, you can pick which ballot you want to use, Republican, Democrat, or Libertarian, but you can only pick one. Polling sites will be open from 6:30 tomorrow until 7:30 tomorrow night. You do have to visit your assigned precinct as well. We have information to help you find that on our website, myfox8.com. Just go to the Politics tab at the top of the page and then click on the North Carolina Voter Guide 2024. Well, the U.S. Supreme Court appears to be on the verge of a decision that could have a far-reaching impact on the race for the White House.
Justice is set to determine whether former President Trump can be struck from ballots over allegations that he led an insurrection. Doug Luzader tells us what we can expect to hear from the court.
Well, as usual, the court is being kind of vague about this, but what we do know is that a decision of some kind will be released today, and all signs point to the Trump ballot question.
Wow, this is a nice crowd. This is a very nice crowd.
Former President Trump in Virginia over the weekend, firing up supporters for Super Tuesday tomorrow. But the focus today will be on the Supreme Court. Just last month, justices heard arguments over whether Colorado could ban Trump from its ballots, citing the 14th Amendment, accusing him of engaging in an insurrection after the 2020 election. Since then, two other states, Illinois and Maine, have made similar arguments. But during oral arguments, several justices sounded skeptical.
A goodly number of states will say, whoever the Democratic candidate is, you're off the ballot, and others, for the Republican candidate, you're off the ballot, and it'll come down to just a handful of states that are going to decide the presidential election. That's a pretty daunting consequence.
If the decision comes down today, it will be just a day before Super Tuesday, when Republicans in 15 states cast their ballots. And while a new Fox News poll has Trump up 2 points over President Biden within the margin of error, Haley leads Biden by 8. And yesterday, she won her first primary in the nation's capital.
America is better than what we see right now. We can do better than two 80-year-old candidates.
Haley's win here in D.C. netted her 19 delegates, but that still leaves her far behind Trump, who has a nearly insurmountable lead heading into Super Tuesday. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.